I really put a lot of thought into this.
Okay.
I didn't put all the shit in this one. I put it in that
All right.
one. But I hung all three of those yesterday.
Yeah.
Give it a studio feel.
Yeah.
And this is just a table that I've had down here for a really long time. And how comfortable are these chairs?
Oh, they're great,
Barstool
actually.
chairs?
Yeah.
Fully
Why
stocked
is
bar.
Ben Folds on that photo?
That's not Ben Folds. That's Flight of the Conchords.
That dude looks like Ben Folds.
Yeah,
picture.
he does.
Yeah.
You ever see? Oh, you should check that show out. That show's amazing.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Is
I've
it?
seen them live twice. They're a comedy music act.
And what is CBGB? CBGB. Mfug.
Oh my fug. No, that's what? Music club, right?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. Bought it in New York.
Oh, that's a
And
pretty
then,
cool picture.
Of course, the other one is my dog's senior class picture.
Yeah. Is that the one he used in the yearbook too, or is that a proof?
Yeah, no, that's
Okay.
the one that was not from the yearbook. That's JCPenney.
Okay.
We did JCPenney glamour shots for
Even
Roscoe.
better.
Yeah, have to post that so we can see. That's a weird fucking photo.
That's great. I'd like to thank Taylor Swift for my nearly hour-long drive
What dog
that should have
shit was that
taken
trying to get?
10 minutes.
Oh my God, man.
It is unbelievable. Clearly, she's playing in Cleveland Browns Stadium
Yeah, oh, she has to. Yeah.
because everyone is walking north.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure it out. I'm trying. The thing about this city, well, we've mentioned this. Look, most of you are in Ohio anyway. We're in Cleveland. You can only get in and out of the city from 3 directions. You can't go north. So everybody is coming and leaving in the same 3 locations.
Yeah. I forgot about it.
I did too.
Because I haven't been paying that much attention to her tour.
Right.
I hear it's incredible. Well, because I left early. I was like, I'll leave a little bit early, get things set up. And I was like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah.
Is everyone leaving to go set up for this podcast?
It was nothing but white women and their children walking around
That's
downtown. what
it was when I was just like, why is it bring your daughter to work day?
Yeah. It was
Across
crazy.
the city? And that's what it was. And I was like, oh, it's the Taylor Swift concert.
Yeah.
Nah.
The funniest part, I felt bad for the dude. There was this dude behind me in traffic, and it was him and 4 women in the car. And one woman.
Continue.
Right. The woman sitting next to him, she was in the other front seat, and then 3 women in the back. We were in line so long, and you know the area. I'm not going to bore everybody with details, but it took me 20 minutes just to get around the garage.
Yeah. To 1 block. To go 1 block.
It was even 3/4 of a block. It wasn't even a full block.
They did have police out there directing traffic, which I prefer in shit like that, because if you leave it up to everyone else's own sensitivity and what's the word I'm looking for? Common courtesy in those situations, it's out the fucking door.
Yeah, it's all every man or woman for herself.
Yelling at people too,
Yeah.
like people across the street, like, why don't you let me cross the street? He's like, sorry, I have this going on.
Right.
I wasn't thinking about you crossing the street so you can get the Parnells. Dickhead.
Nobody was directing traffic on East 9th. Not until you got to the Rock Hall.
Ah, it sucks. Oh,
And
yeah. That's right.
It was, and they needed to be. But anyhow, this
whatever.
poor dude behind me who had these women in the car with him, they eventually get so fed up with sitting in line, they get out of the car and they leave him. He wasn't their Uber driver, because I watched that happen too. And then the Uber driver starts having a conversation with me. He's like, it's crazy, all this traffic. I was like, yeah. And he goes, Taylor Swift. I was like, what? Taylor Swift. I looked at him. I was like, "What?
Are you really into Taylor Swift? Is it?"
I didn't know what he.
Yeah, Madonna. Am I right? Are we just yelling pop stars?
He goes, "My ride just got out there." But yeah, these women left this poor dude who had to then go find a parking spot, who had to then hike to catch up to him. But they were happy, comfortable, walking.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So anyhow, late start to this one, and I need this drink.
Yeah. Which we almost weren't going to do.
I know.
Which I don't know if that's ever going to be a good idea. Have we ever done this without having at least something to drink?
Never.
And by something, I mean a lot to drink.
No.
I don't know how good it would be. Honestly, I don't think I'd like the podcast. There's a chance I might not like you.
I was going to say, I don't
We
even
might be around each other like, fuck, this guy's lame. And that's both of us talking to each other. Like, oh my God. Anyway.
Alcohol does make you more tolerable.
Alcohol makes everybody more tolerable. But definitely me.
Right.
Definitely me. If you're around me sober, you're just like, the guy tells the same goddamn joke all the time. I get it. Move on.
Right. But somehow we start drinking, and that same joke gets funnier and funnier every time.
It never stops being funny. Everything I say is funnier in my head. And then I'm just like, yes. And then you go through everything else. So you get hungrier. You're like, I should call my ex-girlfriend. Right. Let her know how great I'm fucking doing. Ever since you made the mistake of dumping me at the Dave Matthews concert, you bitch! That didn't happen, but it would have.
Yeah.
Had we done.
And she definitely would have gone to a Dave Matthews concert just to get over you. You've actually been to three.
I've been to three, and I have not paid for one.
We've made fun of people that go to them. You've never once said that you were one of these people who have gone to them.
Because I didn't pay. It was just like a thing.
No, but you went.
Well, yeah. But it's a free it's like, hey, we're going to go have some drinks, and it's a free show. I'm like, oh, yeah.
I went to the bathhouse. I didn't pay to get in, but I still went to the bathhouse.
Well, I mean, I think that's different. I think you're fine there, too. The last one I did was 21. I mean, all three were like, I think two were in high school, one was in college.
Okay.
But just someone's like, hey, we got free tickets. You want to go? I'm like, no. They're like, it's free. I'm like, I'll go.
So what was the Dave Matthews concert like? I'm assuming you had lawn seats. Because doesn't everybody...
Two were Blossom.
Okay.
So, yeah, lawn seats. And then one was down at whatever the hell we were calling the queue at the time.
All right.
Which was up in the Raptors. It was okay. He has like 2 or 3 songs that I like. But he has one song that he turned into 12 albums. Like, it all sounds the same.
Yeah.
But he's got a couple good songs. He didn't play any of them. He didn't play the ones I wanted, regardless of how much I screamed for them.
How dare he?
Fucker. Kept playing Trippin' Bellies, asshole. Ugh.
So
anyway, that was it.
So the alcohol thing, what's that about?
So I didn't want to drink. Let me rephrase. I wanted to drink. But I need to drop like 6 pounds, 6.2 to be accurate, by next Saturday for a tournament. So, which may not seem like a lot, but when you're 40, losing 6.2 pounds it's like moving mountains, especially when you have the lifestyle I have. Like, if I needed to gain 6.2 pounds, I wouldn't need till next Saturday. I literally could do that by 8 o'clock tonight. And for those of you keeping track, it's like 5:15 right now. I could just go down to Five Guys and have one of those fucking one-man fucking burger fry orgies. Because that's what happens when you're 40. I can put on weight like that. Like, I'm really good at it.
I fucking love Five Guys.
But losing weight is fucking, it's really hard dieting. You're hungry all the time. And then it's exercise. And then it's, for me, diet pills, Mexican ephedra, whatever it takes to get me down there. So,
what is that, like speed?
Yeah, I think it. I've never actually taken
like
it.
trucker speed. No, yeah. I know. I mean, I know you're joking and all.
It's something that just kind of kills your appetite. Essentially, what it would do.
Gotcha.
So that's it.
So there's no FDA approval on those, I'm assuming?
I don't think the FDA gets involved. No. But then I was just like, all right. But then I started thinking the same thing. Like, I got home. I'm like, there's no way. I mean, I got to have I don't know, something to sip on, just kind of loosen me up and make me feel relaxed, because we're doing this right after work.
Yeah.
Which is not my most relaxing time.
After sitting in Taylor Swift traffic.
Yeah. Oh, especially after that.
That bitch. Speaking of the FDA, so did you see that there's a movie? I know you know that there's a movie about Queen coming out. So
yeah. The guy from Mr. Robot is playing Freddie Mercury.
Yeah,
right?
looks just like him.
He's I'm really excited for that movie.
They released the official trailer today, not the teaser trailer. But anyhow, so I started getting into a conversation with somebody at work about, you've seen Dallas Buyers Club too, right?
Yeah.
So here's where I'm going with this. So Freddie Mercury died in like early 90s, super early 90s.
91 maybe.
Okay.
I don't think much farther.
But like that guy from Dallas Buyers Club who was taking drugs from like Mexico outlived like his 1985 death sentence by 7 years.
Stuff like that just varies with people. Like, the same people that like smoke until they're 95, and then you have another person who never smokes a day in their life and gets lung cancer.
Yeah.
It just varies. I know people that have drank every single, I'll never forget this. So I was at a bachelor party. I was in West Virginia. We were whitewater rafting. It's a great time. And I don't want to name any names because we don't really name names here. And we shouldn't. So I'm not going to.
I think we have.
Well, not purposely.
Okay. Not sober.
Yeah, no, not on purpose. Bud, Can't wait to see you, buddy. There's one. But I was with there was this older guy. He was probably 55 at the time that came. He was a family friend. He was a friend of the groom's future wife.
Right.
And this dude drank his face off for 3 days. I mean, I don't think he changed clothes. He didn't do anything. We're like, white water out. He goes, nah, I'm going to sit there and drink. And then like the last day, I remember, and we were there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And that was 3 hard days. Hard days. And then I come to find out those are just days for this dude. And then on Sunday, we're all getting ready to leave. I am so happy to be going home. And I'm 25, 26.
Lots of energy.
Yeah, lots of energy. The last thing I want to do is everywhere he gets up, he's just like, cracks a beer on the way home. I think he drove too. But like, it varies with people too. Like, I mean, like some people can just live that hard life, go Keith Richards style, and they can just go forever. Other people just...
But, like, can you imagine, like, Freddie Mercury, he somehow gets his hands on some of this, like, these FDA non-approved drugs from Mexico, and he lives till it's like... When did Magic Johnson beat the whole thing? When did he flip the coin on its head?
I mean, it was around the same time, right? Around when he was diagnosed.
Okay.
Or when he came public.
Fair enough.
Came public. I guess we don't know the actual timeline on it.
But like, you give Freddie Mercury 7 more years, maybe he ends up with some Magic Johnson money.
Good point. Good point.
You know what I mean?
Good point. Who knows? Yeah, that sucks. That's sad.
But they should just make Mexican amphetamines. What do we? Ephedra. Legal.
I don't know. Whatever. They're both awesome.
Yeah,
I recommend both.
Okay. I know you wanted to talk about this, so let's just get into it. Did you see the update on the Jaguar that escaped?
Okay. So I wanted this at a couple angles when you put, because when I first heard about this, I was like, holy shit. Okay, it's not like an alpaca didn't escape; it's a fucking jaguar.
Right.
So my first thought was, oh my god, like. There isn't, okay, we've talked before, not on the podcast, but we talked about like cities, whatever, that are not equipped for certain things.
Right.
Like Cleveland was not equipped for us to win a championship. We fucking sucked at it.
Cleveland wasn't equipped for Taylor Swift tonight.
Yeah, we weren't equipped for anything. We're not equipped for anything. They're not equipped for high-profile cases. They're just not. No fucking police department or anybody in the country is prepared for a jaguar infestation. No one's ready for that, right? Guys, code JAG.
Right.
Code JAG. This is not a drill. I'm glad we practiced this a lot. These police departments in like fucking Rocky River have not practiced what to do in case of a jaguar attack. So that was my first thought. And then I was just like, fuck, I hope they caught whatever. And then I found out, fortunately, no people were killed. No, I don't think kids.
Right.
It's a fucking jaguar.
In a zoo in New Orleans.
You know how dangerous it is when there's like a dog that's kind of pissed off in the neighborhood? Yeah. Now, give that dog a lot of cocaine, a lot of steroids.
Yeah. Super stealthy. And then put it in the neighborhood, and you're still not even close right.
to how bad it would be if there's a jaguar at the fucking BP down the street. But fortunately, thank God, there were no people. Because actually, he never really got out of the zoo area, though, did he?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
So he snuck out or broke out, and I guess we don't. Well, I guess we do know. He got out.
He got out.
Shoddy craftsmanship.
It had to be
the best way to put it. So he killed 8 animals.
Yeah, that was.
Can you imagine that? That's like the golden corral of of this jaguar. Like, so you're telling me all these animals they can't really run away from me, so I can go eat a monkey,
right? And
then I can go down here and I can eat giraffe. And they can't really do
I think that's like this jaguar just went on this killing spree. Like the update was the 8th animal finally died. So clearly it was injured and didn't make it another 2 days, right? But like this jaguar gets out and it's just like, this is a pretty good deal.
I cannot believe I've not tried to get out of here before.
I'm out. These motherfuckers aren't. So then he ends up in the alpaca pen. Or some animal like that.
Don't you picture that like the alpacas, like maybe they're like smarter animals, whatever, and they know that there's a fence, they can't get there, and they're taunting him every day of his life.
Right. They've been
you can't get in here, motherfucker.
For 4 years.
I'm scared of you, jaguar. Then he gets out, and the alpaca's like, I do realize fucking around. The jaguar's like, do you have anything else you'd like to say before I eat your entire body and then shit it on your friend?
Right. And then I'm just going to puncture their throat, let them bleed out.
Not going to kill them.
Right.
You're all going to suffer. You know what's funny? And not funny. I keep saying that it's not funny, but I guess ultimately it's not that bad because it sucks those animals died, but I'm so glad it wasn't a kid. I'm so glad that, like, obviously the crack staff at whatever fucking zoo this was. I mean, how did this thing, did it ever fully, there was just an enclosure that it was able to just get out of?
I have yet to read it an update.
Because I have always worried about these enclosures. And I've told you, when you and I first talked about this, I was like, I knew this was going to happen. I didn't actually know that. But I remember being at a zoo and it was I keep not sure if it's a leopard or if it's a cheetah. I guess ultimately it doesn't matter. It's a big fucking cat that's scary as shit. And I want to say it was the Akron Zoo. And I remember being there and I remember being like, oh my God, a fucking leopard cheetah, whatever it was. And then I remember like, oh my, what is keeping this fucker in? And I couldn't figure it out. So I'm like, there was no roof. There was no net. There was a net around, but I feel like, again, and I haven't hung out or played ball with any cheetahs, but they seem athletic. And I really felt like if this fucker just got a running start and had a decent night's sleep, they could have jumped out of the enclosure.
That's the trick in a zoo. Can you get a decent night's sleep as an animal?
Maybe not.
Probably
Maybe not. You got, all that shit going on.
All night long.
And the cheetah's like, oh my God. Maybe they're just so exhausted. That's why they don't get out.
Right, exactly.
But I really couldn't figure it out. And it stopped being cool to see it. And I was like, man, let's go to the giraffe exhibit.
Right.
Because they hold them in by like shoestrings. Because giraffes are just like, this is fucking fine. I'm not going anywhere.
Shoestrings.
Yeah. The giraffes can easily step over the 4-foot railing and go, but they're like, nah, this is a good gig.
Yeah. I like picture this whole thing went down in New Orleans, like they're like the teenagers are closing up the Dairy Queen at the end of the night, right? You like make sure the ice cream make sure the ice cream machine's turned off, lock the door. But it turns out that they were these two teenagers that kind of liked each other, right? And they started making out.
Sparks fly.
You can't help it. You're teenagers. You're working a zoo.
Sparks fly.
You're on summer break.
It's like it's the most.
It's your
can
summer
you think
job?
of a more like erotic environment? Dairy Queen zoos.
Yeah. No, I can't.
Yeah, of course you can't.
So these teenagers start making out. Next thing you know, her hair gets caught in the lock. Is there an alarm going off?
No, I think it's a dryer. Oh. Aside from the studio, I also dry clothes down there.
Her hair gets caught in the lock.
Yeah.
Ka-chink. Accidentally comes undone. That's the sound of the gate opening slowly.
Okay. It was more like a crypt, but okay.
It was for those alpacas.
Well played, sir. Little did they know.
Right, exactly.
They were going to sleep in their coffin.
The teenagers left to make out in a car. Next thing you know, there's a jaguar prowling around.
Fuck. Can you imagine, like, the next day?
No.
When everyone realizes that one of the jaguars got out and they're all at the fucking zoo meeting, whatever, and they're like, who closed up last night? And everyone's like, I'm pretty sure I closed the jaguar door, but I can't see for sure.
I don't know if anybody heard that.
I'm pretty sure I closed the jaguar door, but I can't say for sure. And you're sitting there just thinking about that. Like, oh my God, did I let this fucking jaguar out?
What's that mean?
Did I let this out? I mean, this is way worse than that time I forgot to turn off the icy machine. I forgot to lock the jaguar gate. But in all seriousness, I feel like that should not be something that should left up to the Dairy Queen people. It probably wasn't. No. And how the fuck... We got to find... I wish we'd... How did this thing... And you know what? One, how did this thing get out? And two, this is not the first time this shit has happened. Now, granted, I guess in the grand scheme of things, in the long time that zoos or whatever have existed, there are... let's see. I don't know. I mean, there's hundreds, thousands, whatever of zoos, and they've been open for millions and millions of days. And in the grand scheme of things, it's a fraction of a percent that this has happened.
Right.
But it doesn't need to be a high percentage for this to be a problem.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I mean, you need to make sure you put the padlock on the hyena tank.
Can you imagine, like, so you show up the next day to go to the zoo. You're with your date. You're with your kids. It doesn't matter, right? You're walking around, and like, if this had happened, and it didn't, but like you could see like a wild animal. Let's say it's a jaguar walking like down a footpath, or through the woods, and your brain probably wouldn't even comprehend what you just saw.
You know what I would be thinking? Like, this is a really good zoo.
Right? Exactly.
I mean, look how well trained that panther is. This is a really good zoo.
Or your brain, right? Or your brain to be like, it would say to yourself, "There's an enclosure that thing's in." Yeah.
Finally, a panther I can pet. Yes, that's what I would be thinking. The thing would walk by me and be like, "Okay,
I'm safe. Now I'm safe.
I'm clearly safe because I'm at a zoo,
right?
Because they don't just let leopards walk around,
right? No, they do.
At the very least, this leopard is a pacifist.
Right.
They've identified the first pacifist leopard, and he's probably serving drinks.
Walks around purring all day.
Like a large cat. He rubs up against my leg.
You're
like, oh, hey, buddy.
It does that thing where cats rub its mouth up against you. It's got giant teeth.
And it bites my fucking calf off. Yeah, it's funny for... I'm glad, but it's just, to me, I'm just like, what was that meeting like the next day?
I can't even imagine. Shoot the fucking thing! That's what it was.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot the fucking thing! They tranked it.
They did trank it,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, that goes back to, again, we're talking about like how this happened before. You talk about the, it wasn't even that long ago, it was a couple years ago. The kid fell in the gorilla enclosure and they had to kill the gorilla.
And that's a lose-lose situation, by the way.
I 100% agree. Because if you don't kill the gorilla, and you're a fucked if you do, fucked if you don't.
Exactly.
If you don't kill the gorilla, and the gorilla hurts the kid, everyone's like, why didn't you kill the gorilla?
Right.
If the kid isn't hurt and you kill the gorilla, like, well, why'd you kill the gorilla?
That's right.
The only thing that would have happened that would have been is if the gorilla dodged all the bullets, grabbed the child, adopted him, took him into his own home, and the child came out and said, it's okay, I'm going to stay here. And everyone's like, this all worked out.
Or what if, like, in a hail of bullets, the gorilla went running over the child.
In front of the
child.
Yes,
exactly.
To keep it from friendly fire.
Right.
That's the only way where, no, even then, everyone's fucking like, why were you shooting at this kid? Right. There's no happy end. The only happy end, the gorilla decided, okay, well, we should let everyone know that we're able to talk. We've been able to talk the entire time. It's time to talk. I'm like, guys, hey, gorilla. You call me gorilla. My name's Brett. Brett the gorilla.
Brett.
I'm gonna lift little Joey up, and it's gonna be fine. I'm really tired. I don't even want to deal with this. The gorilla just starts talking. That's the only way that this works out. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
So did this gorilla like pick this kid up and like toss him around like a rag doll?
I don't think so. I think he was maybe pushing him a little bit, but I don't think. I just think that they panicked. They didn't know what to do. One of the things they said was they were going to trank him, but they were afraid that the tranks were going to kick in time for him to not hurt the child because the trank's going to hit him or probably aggravate him because it hit him.
Right.
So they didn't know.
Then he was going to go ballistic.
And it's a last minute. It's a split second decision. They don't know what to do.
So I know you already said this. So what happened? Did the kid die?
The kid was fine. They killed the gorilla. Okay. They had to. And quite frankly, I don't know what else they could have done.
No, I think that I honestly think that's the only option.
They're like, yeah, we're gonna catch, and they did. They caught shit for it.
Of course they did.
Everyone's like, why couldn't you have subdued the gorilla? I'm like, go in there and subdue a gorilla. Right? Go in there, and I want you to push I want you to be like, hey, back up.
Right.
Go in there and subdue a goddamn gorilla.
Just stiff arm them,
asshole.
But
that's what it was. They caught shit for it.
Yeah. What did they do?
And when I first heard the story, because when these stories come out, you hear a version of the story first. You're like, "Why'd they kill the fucking gorilla?" I was the same thing. I was like, "Why'd they kill the gorilla?" Then I heard the whole story. I was like, "Oh, I mean, they kind of had to kill the gorilla."
Right?
Like, I mean, what option do they have other than Brett talking?
This is a serious question. Is tear gas an option? And I get it. you're gonna fuck up that kid too, right?
Well, I don't know unless tear gas has been tested on animals.
Well, I'm just saying I don't mean like you have the answer, like you're about to save the next kid who falls into a gorilla pen.
I could.
I mean, why not like toss a canister of tear gas in there?
Maybe for the same reason as why the tranq wasn't an option. Like it could aggravate, or it could make them aggressive because they don't know what it is. So
that's a good point.
I don't know. Unless they've tested everything against
that poor kid. Can you imagine you being that kid? First off, falling like into a gorilla pen. It has to be far. I've been to a zoo. That's not like hopping over a curb.
No,
like
it's like 2 curbs.
It's at least 2 curbs.
It's at least two city curbs.
You're a kid. You just fell out of your parents' arm down into this thing. Scary enough.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And then when you realize literally the situation that you're in, can you imagine? How do you not piss yourself?
I'm not trying to downplay this child's experience. I think it's worse as an adult. Because as a child, you're like, oh my God, I'm really close to these big furry fucking animals. As an adult, I'm like, I'm fucked.
I'm gonna die.
I'm fucked. Because I've also seen the videos of, first, I'm really trying to stay on topic here, but I'm replaying all these videos that I've seen in my head. And everything I keep coming back to is, am I just incredibly intelligent and athletic that I have not fallen in a goddamn animal cage yet? It happens apparently a lot.
Well, your mommy didn't put you up on the...
Oh, bloody hell.
On the thing.
No, she didn't. And God bless her. Love you, Mom, for not putting me on top of the gorilla enclosure and then going to get a goddamn beer and hopefully I don't fall off.
But that shit has happened.
It has. That was the... what was the one you were telling me? There was
in Pittsburgh.
One. Yeah.
Where some lady, here, honey, stand up here. And he falls into an enclosure, whatever you want to call it, an enclosure of wild African dogs, plural dogs.
I didn't even know that was a thing first, but they sound dangerous.
Dingoes are dangerous. They have an entire metal fence around Australia to keep dingoes out. I'm certain that African dogs aren't much friendlier than dingoes.
No, I've played with them. You throw that ball, they won't get it.
No.
No.
So, yeah, she puts her kid up there. He falls down and gets mauled to death by these African dogs.
Oh, God.
Could you imagine watching your child be mauled to death?
No.
First off, fuck that woman for not jumping in after him, because I absolutely would have. My kid goes in there, I'm going in too.
I'm not talking shit. Not my kid. I think I'm going in there.
I mean,
honestly,
it would be hard not to.
If I see a kid, like a little boy or a little girl.
This is a 2-year-old.
Oh, I'm definitely. I'm not talking shit. I'm not kidding. I'm like, I can't just sit here.
2
and
or
watch
3.
This.
I'm positive of that.
I can't sit here and watch this.
Can you, how do you...
You know what? Damn all those people who did watch. You know there's a video of it.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Assholes like, oh my God, this is crazy.
I gotta get my eyes
and record. Oh my God, my Snapchat is gonna blow up.
You know, I should take that down and sell it to a news channel. That's all everybody thinks about.
Yeah.
But as a parent, watching your child fall into an enclosure and then you just sit there and watch as the dogs approach their meal, your kid.
I don't know how to. My kid for sure. Yeah. Your kid for sure. Any kid, I don't. It
would be super hard not to.
I can't. I wouldn't be able to watch. I'm like, yeah, there's a good. I'm probably dying going in there, but I can't.
Plus, I'm just gonna say it. Can you imagine if you survive that situation? So you go in, you jump in, and you fucking Chuck Norris these fucking African dogs, right?
So many girls.
Oh
my God. I'm going to get so many text messages from girls.
It's going to be crazy.
I'm going to be on all the shows. I'm going to be on the local shows. I'm going to be on the national shows. This podcast is probably going to double in size, which means
at minimum
110 followers on
At minimum
Instagram.
Doubling.
Yeah.
No, 70. I think we're up to 35 subscribers.
No, we got more than that.
Subscribers?
We got 38. I bet. I'm going to look right now.
Well, that's not much more than 70.
I bet we have 38.
And the math is still basically the same.
Well, not when I do it.
But anyhow, your local American hero. That's right, because you have to throw in the fact that you're American. Local American hero jumps into enclosure to save child that wasn't his. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
All over the world.
I'd stop wearing pants.
You would have to.
Easy access.
You would have to.
Yeah, you're right. I am that hero. And yeah, everything still works.
Does John Bobbitt feel that way? Remember that guy? Remember?
The chop and toss?
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to condense everything. We have a limited amount of time.
Right. Yeah. When it is
chop and toss.
His wife was while he's sleeping.
C&T. Yeah. Chop and toss.
Didn't she put it in like a newspaper and then like
take
a
dryer or something? I don't remember. She did something where I was like, that was unnecessary. I mean, the whole thing was unnecessary, but that part was.
She put it in a dryer, turned it on, and just crossed her arms with,
Put that on high, loser.
And you know what? I didn't put in fabric softener.
Things gonna be all staticky.
He gets it out, tries to put it back on, and his like pubic hair is just like reaching out toward it.
Yeah, that's the least of his worries. Yeah, I don't. It's we keep talking about this, and I honestly I could probably go on for hours about this because there are a decent amount of videos. The one story that I do remember hearing was there was one. I want to say it may have been like 95. It was a while ago. But, and this is also a big fucking no-no for anyone who is not a high school graduate. Please pay attention to this. Don't taunt animals that can tear you apart. So apparently there's one. I do not remember the city. I should have been more prepared, but the more we're talking about this.
Thinking about it,
I'm just thinking about more and more instances that I remember hearing in that these people were at the zoo and they were, I don't know the exact way they were doing this, but they were apparently taunting a tiger. Let me repeat that so everyone understands what I just said. They were taunting a tiger, not a tortoise, not a paralyzed squirrel. They were taunting a fucking tiger. This tiger apparently just got so fed up with it that it just jumped out of its enclosure and mauled one of these dudes at the food court.
It was in a food court?
Yeah, I think the food court was like close to the tiger enclosure. I think they were.
Oh, I was thinking a mall food court. I was like, what the fuck was a tiger doing in a food court?
The tiger actually worked part-time at Banana Republic.
It was on break.
He got tired of hearing all the shit about how the clothes are ill-fitting. And he was just like, fuck you guys, this is my place of business, and I support this brand.
There's no way this was in like a first world country. It couldn't have been. Because as awesome as tigers are...
I'm going to try to look it up right now.
So the tiger... Could you imagine? They're sitting there and like flipping off the tiger or just like calling it names. And it was just sitting there very slowly getting angrier and angrier to the point where it just snapped.
Wait a minute. I think it was in San Francisco.
You got to be kidding me.
Well, granted, first... I hope no one ever gets to my phone and finds my search history because I just Googled tiger attacks taunters.
Next job interview you go on, like, what skills do you have? I am super good at Googling weird things.
Oh, where is it? 2 victims of a lethal Christmas Day tiger attack were harassing the big cats in the San Francisco. Yeah, it was San Francisco. When was this? 2008.
Probably got fucking coal in its stocking, and these assholes were taunting it for that.
Why did it matter for, and I have a big problem with media in general, but why did it matter for the media to kind of dress this up and be like, the Christmas Day tiger attack? I mean, tiger attack makes me click on it.
I know why.
Oh, because of the holiday season.
Because of the holiday season. When you think red, green, elves, Santa, tigers.
Oh, good point.
Actually, the real tragedy here is the fact that this happened on Christmas and the tiger wasn't well fed so that it didn't want to do that.
A good point. If you had gotten that big Christmas meal.
That's correct.
I'm so glad this didn't ruin my Christmas.
Did anybody...
Wait a minute.
Was anybody killed?
Oh, yeah.
Let's
see. The revelation comes as the zoo reopens Wednesday. After... Yeah, 1 was killed and 2 were injured, I assume. No one has an encounter with a tiger and is not at least injured.
Right.
2 injured, and the tiger was shot. Yeah, blame the... You know what?
Did they shoot? Did they trank it or shoot and kill it?
They killed it.
Yeah, I think you have to in that situation, too.
Yeah.
Here's my question. I got a question. The guy with the trank gun... Where the fuck was he when these guys were taunting the tiger? Why couldn't he have walked out there and said, "Hey, assholes, stop taunting the giant jungle cat"?
With the trank gun. It's got to be anybody that works there and says, "Stop taunting the tiger."
I'm assuming somebody owns some responsibility in this. Like, hey, I get it. You guys think this is funny, but it's clearly it's licking its chops.
Yeah. Do you guys know what tigers are? They kill crocodiles.
Wait, do they?
Oh, yeah. You ever seen a video of that tiger that maybe it was a lion? There's so many animal stories in my head right now. I really can't keep track. But yes. I mean,
do tigers and crocodiles cross paths at all? You know what movie confuses me? This is relevant.
Inception. It was fucked up.
No, The Jungle Book.
I didn't see it.
Yes, the Disney movie, The Jungle Book, even the cartoon. They have like all those talking animals that raise that little kid, Mowgli.
Okay.
And there's a bear, and there are wolves, and there are tigers, and there are panthers, and boa constrictors.
Oh my!
That was bad.
Then why'd you laugh?
Because of the look you made on your face when you realized you
nailed it.
You couldn't believe you just did it.
Oh, crafty.
But anyhow, like I don't understand how they're all in the same place. I don't want to go down that path, but it's just weird to me. Like I've always struggled. Like when I was a kid, I was like, why is there a bear, just like a regular bear, hanging out with a tiger? I don't think that happens in real life, except in zoos, and they're kept separate.
Unless it's a shoddy craftsmanship and then get out and then it's just like a fucking buffet.
Right. I don't want to spend any time
Australia?
on it. But
I feel like everything is in Australia.
Maybe.
Whatever. We can go on and on about that and speculate, even though we both have internet access literally a foot from us.
Remember when, by the way, I had heard this story and I always thought it was an urban legend. And I swear to you, I never thought it was real until I saw the documentary about Blackfish.
Oh, yeah.
Called Blackfish, about Tilikum.
Yeah.
I always thought the story about you. I had always heard the story about the homeless guy that decided he was going to go take a bath in like SeaWorld. So he breaks into SeaWorld at night at the end.
He's like, I'm going to swim with that whale.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know. Did he know it was a whale
I don't know.
tank?
I feel like he did.
I think you're right. He probably.
But no,
nobody knows.
At this point, do facts really matter to us?
Right.
Let's speculate what's going to be the funniest.
But this motherfucker breaks into SeaWorld at the end of the night.
He
takes all his clothes off in the pitch black.
For some reason, that's the biggest problem I had with this. Leave your underwear on.
Totally. If you have to bathe yourself, you probably have to wash your clothes too.
Yeah. Well, probably wasn't thinking straight.
So he jumps in the whale tank.
That's my problem with it. I think he did know. Because he jumped into the whale tank.
Yeah.
He didn't jump into the human pool. He jumped into the whale tank.
Which I'm sure there were pools for people at SeaWorld.
I'm not going to dig into this dude's. He broke in. I thought I remember something about like he wanted to swim with whales or something.
It might be, actually.
I might be wrong. Either way,
can you
everything
imagine
was done incorrectly here.
The sheer terror. You're a person.
Yeah, he's doing the butterfly in the middle of this fucking, and he turns around, he's a fucking killer whale right there, just looking at him.
Or before he's even attacked, like that whale comes up and like does that whole
that
blow
noise.
thing.
Oh, the noise! Yeah, that might as well be that piano in Halloween. Exactly. Except in a pool.
But it would be like swimming at night is scary to begin with because you can't see anything and you're in the water and it's an intimidating thing. Now you've heard a fucking whale and you're in its home.
You know what? Even if it was like a sperm whale or something like that, that's not. I'm like,
that's terrifying.
Yeah. And then like you see that black and white thing. Okay. I'm about to learn why they call these things. And let's keep in mind, too, it is no secret. SeaWorld kids, adults, anything, they name these things killer whales.
Right. They kill
killer whales.
They kill great white sharks.
They kill whales. They kill sharks.
Yes.
They're called killer whales. Not because they got a bad rep. Not because some of them are a little,
goofy,
aggressive. Or have had a hard upbringing.
Tilikum did have a fucked up life, but anyhow. For sure. But yeah, this dude goes in there in this way. The moment that you feel the nose of that thing, even if it's like
grazes you.
Yes, exactly. It's just like if I'm in a lake swimming and a fish grazes my foot, I'm like,
yeah, I don't care.
I'm getting the fuck out.
If my friend grazes my leg, I'm assuming It was a large venomous octopus, and I'm getting out of the fucking lake.
And they're like, you're in the river, dude.
Yeah.
Calm down. You're in
Lake
Erie.
If I'm in a body of water that is not a friend's pool, that is completely clear, that I have given an ocular pat down of. If I'm in a lake that I can't see anything, if I'm in a river and something grazes my leg, I'm assuming it's Jason Voorhees riding a great white shark coming to get me with a Gatling gun.
I've seen the end of Friday the 13th. That kid jumps out of the water, pulls that girl in. It was just a dream, but still.
Yeah, you know what? It's unsettling.
That shit stays with you. You can't make that go way out of your brain.
Now mix all those together. That's what I'm thinking when anything touches me in a body of water.
This asshole goes swimming with a killer whale.
Killer whale, not a kissing whale.
Right.
It was a killer fucking whale.
The Shark Week is coming out next week or the week after.
So excited!
And they're actually doing a segment based on those. You know how there's that place off of South Africa where those great white sharks jump out of the water to kill seals?
Yes.
Killer whales are killing those great white sharks at such a high rate that they think that those sharks that do that are going to be gone.
Ugh.
That's how dangerous an animal this is.
And you wanted to swim with one.
Yeah, right. That's the problem being homeless. You don't have anybody to bounce any ideas off of that give a fuck about your life.
Yeah, that's definitely the worst thing about being homeless is not being able to bounce ideas off people.
Like if you're homeless and you walk up to somebody and you go, "Hey, I got an idea for tonight. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait until after hours. I'm going to hop that fence over there, and I'm going into SeaWorld, and I'm going to go take a bath in one of those tanks." The homeless person you're telling goes, "I like playing guitar too, and my tennis shoes don't fit. And I don't have any shoelaces. That could be why they don't fit." That was their response to your idea.
Yeah. Those are challenges.
Yes.
That we ignore.
Yeah.
And probably will continue to.
I wasn't making fun of homeless people.
I was making fun of the two that you just were imitating because
they're idiots.
Because quite frankly, if I see two people on the street having that conversation, I'm probably going to laugh. I'm like, oh my God. He just asked him if he's going to go swim with a killer whale and he starts talking about oranges.
Well, you have, where you park, isn't there a homeless guy out there that does crazy shit all the time?
Oh my God. All the fucking time. All the time.
Is he the guy that asked you for $20?
Yeah. You know what? And quite frankly, I don't blame that dude. That dude went for it all. Hey, man, he swung for the fence and he missed. But you know what? What if he? I mean, he doesn't know.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
He was 100% of the shots you don't take.
Right.
It's a numbers game. That guy walked up to me and said, "Hey, man, can I have $20?" I'm like, fuck. I mean, he went for it all. He's like, "Can I have a quarter?" What can you get for a fucking quarter? 2/3 of a phone call.
I've never had a homeless person in downtown Cleveland ask me for denomination.
Oh, I have.
I haven't.
It's frequent. But this guy was just like, "I kind of want to get you a job. Like, you want to come up with me? I'll see if I can find something in my company because I like how you go for it."
He would be a good salesperson because he's not afraid to ask.
No, not at all. So yeah, what's the worst thing going to happen? I'm going to sleep outside. I'm already doing that.
Right. Well, I'm going to sleep on this bench. I've already been sleeping here.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I thought that guy was awesome.
He's not the same guy that we saw drink somebody else's smoothie from the garbage. Right? This is a different person?
It's a different guy. No, this guy was all there. The guy that drank the smoothie out of the garbage, not a doctor, is a little more off. Oh, that was a bad day for me. When I saw what he was doing and just the mental, like, nah, what's he doing? Oh, he's getting a cup. He needs a cup. Oh, no, he's not going to. He did. Oh, no.
He drank like
I almost threw up.
The bottom of somebody's
like a latte,
iced
like an
coffee.
Iced latte. Honestly, I'm not. There's things that, and you've been around me because I've done this before. There are things that we talk about that kind of make me like start coughing and gag. Yeah, I almost threw up in the middle of 9th Street when I saw that dude do that.
He was
I did. I almost threw up on 9th Street while I was crossing the street when I saw that dude do that. It was so bad.
And look, I get it. We're laughing and we're making a joke of it right now.
It was funny and gross.
It really sucks that there are homeless people.
Well, we talked about this guy specifically too because we see him a lot when we go get sandwiches at Al's. Which
when we're having breakfast, brunch, like people with homes.
That was a dick move. But that's exactly what we do. Yeah, because we go to. I mean, God, we go to Al's sometimes like 3 times a week. Also, if you're ever in Cleveland, we go to Al's for breakfast sandwiches like probably 3 days a week. It's amazing. The food's so good. It's good price, and they're so nice.
It's the same reason I go to Chick-fil-A. Yeah. I go to Chick-fil-A above any other fast food because the people are goddamn nice.
Really?
No, I'm dead serious.
Well, is it the one by you that's nice? Because I've been to like different restaurants. Like if I'm gonna do fast food, I like Wendy's a lot. I love the spicy chicken sandwich.
I love a spicy chicken sandwich. I'm just saying that like. I would rather go to Chick-fil-A where somebody's going to say, it was my pleasure to serve you, than go to McDonald's where somebody tosses a bag into my car.
I see what you're saying.
Because they really are shitty at like places like McDonald's. We'll save this because you and I are big fans of.
I want to talk about, you know what? Fuck. I thought of another episode I want to talk about. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about the kiosks that are coming too.
Yeah, that's going to fuck everything up.
We can go on for everything. I want to keep talking about animals attacking people. In fact, let's take a break. Maybe we should take a break.
All right. We'll come back. Goodbye. I mean, I will be back.
Yeah, we'll be back.
So we're going to get back to the animal theme. But before I do that, I want to read to you. Well, I don't want to read it to you. It's going to be boring. But I found the guide to the microphone you bought. Microphone user guide.
Okay. 2. I bought 2 because people, we're going to start having guests.
That's going to be freaking awesome.
Which sucks because we actually had a planned guest. Pete Sampras was going to be on, but he canceled last minute due to a scheduling conflict. So,
which is a real shame because he would have made a great conversation.
Yeah, he has several, from my understanding, he has lived through several animal attacks. So it actually would have fit really well. It would
fit in perfectly. Yeah. Can you imagine playing tennis and all of a sudden out of nowhere comes like a Wolverine
rhino runs on the fucking court?
2 totally different animals.
Wolverine and a rhino.
The fact that there's a microphone user guide, talk into it.
Yeah. Point mouth at microphone. Use mouth.
So I didn't find this article, so I'm going to let you set it up about the were they alligators or were they crocodiles? Oh no, I did.
You did, right?
Yeah, but you were way more into it than I was. I
was super into it. Again, for the wrong reasons. So apparently there is a man in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Who was killed by a crocodile. I'm pretty sure it's crocodiles.
It was.
Now, there's a couple things to keep in mind here. One,
it was a crocodile farm.
It was a crocodile farm. That is one thing I want to. It's going to sound like we're taking the crocodile side, and it's because we are.
Right.
It was a crocodile farm for breeding crocodiles. This guy was attacked and killed by one of the crocodiles that he was keeping on his property. I don't know I'm not going to try to get in the head of a crocodile, but I can tell you, if you tell me I'm not allowed to leave a room, I'm not into it. Right. I imagine crocodiles, who I believe have enlarged medulla oblongatas, which is what actually generates aggression, also don't like not being able to leave your premises when they don't want to. So this guy, I think he went in to like collect grass or something.
Yeah, like that. I don't know why.
Because there's no other place to get grass other than the crocodile enclosure.
Right.
And the crocodile killed him.
Yeah.
So the Indonesian community was so up in arms that this crocodile killed this man that they all got together and decided to exact revenge on the crocodile community.
Yeah, they killed
292 crocodiles.
Yeah.
Clubs, knives, guns, rocks, and just went out and started killing every crocodile they saw because apparently this guy was the fucking prom king.
How well liked are you as a human being?
Apparently he was really funny. Because, like, seriously, Kent is dead? But go get everybody.
Right, exactly.
No crocodile is safe tonight.
We cannot let this stand. We have to get back at all these crocodiles.
Can you imagine? That's the same thing. We talk about this a lot, but can you imagine that meeting When someone came in, it's like, everybody gather around, grab everybody.
I got some bad news.
I want everybody to meet at BW3s, the Indonesian BW3s. I want you to meet me at the Indonesian BW3s. They probably just call it BW3s.
Now I want BW3.
Well, yeah, it's amazing. They're like, want to meet at the BW3s? And we're going to talk about this. And everybody gets there and like, I have some bad news. Kent was killed by one of the crocodiles that he was keeping. And everyone's just up in arms like, I can't believe this. Kent was such a good guy. He was really, really funny, amazing at poker. And then someone's like, I have an idea because I'm just fired up about this. Why don't we go kill every crocodile we cross paths with until our bloodlust is gone?
Our bloodlust is gone.
And everyone's just like, oh, yeah. Great suggestion, Ken.
I got to admit, I hate it. I really do.
I don't like it either.
But it takes some balls.
Fuck yeah, it does.
To get your buddies together.
That's the other part where I'm just like, all right, cool. Who's supplying the guns? Like, well, we don't have any guns, but we have rocks and clubs. Like, so you want me to beat and kill a crocodile by hand, and you want me to do that several hundred times?
Sounds good to me.
Cool, I'm in. Fuck that. Let's do this. I was just blown away by this for all the reasons we just talked about, but like, really, how popular was this guy? Apparently, he was really well liked. Can you imagine if like, let's just say the word is out one day or something like that. We go to a party and we're at someone's house and a cat scratches you. Someone's cat in their home scratches you. And you're like, oh my God, that cat scratched me. And I sent a text out to everybody we know, like, guys, Patrick was just scratched by a cat.
He's got cat scratch
and
fever.
Everyone, oh no.
You don't want that shit.
No, you don't want that.
No.
That's infectious. And everyone responds back with, there's no way that's going to stand. Every cat I cross paths with is going to get kicked into traffic.
Including my own. Starting with Fluffy right now.
Come on, Fluffy.
Right into the garbage disposal.
Enjoy Route 8, bitch.
It's like Gremlins when she puts it in the blender.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
That would be scary as fuck. Like, you came home and, like, there were, like, those things.
Gremlins?
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be very scary.
I watched, I think this was also in Indonesia. There was a boa constrictor. Okay, so there's this woman gardening. This is a true story. I watched the video.
I already have a story that's similar, not similar to this, but...
You don't even know what I'm going to say.
I think I do, but go.
No, you have no... I could say she was picked up by aliens. But anyhow.
I have that story.
Okay.
I'm a topper. I'm going to top everything you say.
So this woman was gardening.
Yeah, I gardened harder.
And she literally just went missing. And like, nobody could figure out where whatever her name was. So they got everybody together and they found this fucking boa constrictor 50 yards away from the house.
Yeah.
And it was giant.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh shit.
I think we know where Beth is.
I think we know. Right. So they killed the snake and cut it open. And the worst part of this video is as they're cutting it open, like this woman is in there. She's in the snake.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yes.
It's fucking gross.
I imagine it is. You're
like,
inside an animal.
Yeah. I mean, she's dead already, obviously.
Thank God. Because quite frankly, who wants to live through that?
And people are just like, there's a guy with like a knife and he's just cutting down this snake.
Oh.
And like, as he's doing it, they're tearing the snake apart. And there's this woman in there in flip-flops.
Yeah.
And you're just like...
But there have been a couple of those. Because like in places like that, like in Indonesia, like Africa, like anacondas, boa constrictors, those things grow to be the size of like small apartment complexes. They're fucking gigantic. They can eat people. They can.
Yeah. Sure.
And I've seen that before. I mean, there was one in a small village somewhere, I don't remember where, Philippines or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Where same thing. They found they killed a snake that was like wandering around, whatever, like too close to like the village or anything like that, and they cut it open. There's a person inside of it. Like a person, an adult,
right?
Full grown.
Yeah,
adult.
this woman's like 50-some years old. She wasn't like
For
a
everyone
toddler.
who thinks that like dinosaurs are extinct, understand there are still things in this world that can eat adult humans whole. Right. Okay, stay in Ohio.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're not here.
Right. Yeah, it's the same shit.
So I have a story similar to this, but not similar at all. I really shouldn't have said similar because it's not even close, but I'm going to say it anyway because it involves a snake and me in my yard. Oh. So I was outside in the front yard, and I have one of those, you know, those gardening hoses that Those gardening hoses.
Wait, is this story about a snake or a garden hose?
Snake. Well, both actually.
Okay.
It's a garden hose and a snake. I was startled by a hose.
Okay.
Those hoses that like crinkle up.
Oh yeah, the pocket hose.
The pocket hose. So I have one of those in the front yard, and I was putting some new mulch down. This was 2 summers ago.
I really love this story.
It really highlights my lack of manhood and how I reacted to this. So I'm in my so the hose is to the left of the front porch, just kind of in the corner. I was putting new mulch down, so I had to get the hose out so I could put the new mulch on and then put the hose back.
Yeah.
So this is at the beginning of the summer, so it's been there for a while, whatever. So I pick up the hose and I'm walking it out, and I'm like, why is the hose moving? And I'm holding for a couple of seconds a snake and the hose.
Oh wait, and the hose? You had both?
I had both.
Okay.
So I look over and I can't tell why the hose is moving, and then I'm like, oh, shithead, you're holding a snake. And I did the not toughest thing that someone can do. I'm not even fucking around when I say this. When I realized what it was, I threw it straight in the air and I ran inside. Like it was gonna cheat, like it was gonna fall on the inside. And I didn't even scream. When I realized, I was like, oh, and I threw it straight in the air, and I ran inside and ran upstairs, and I hit. Actually, you're right. That snake was probably thinking, this guy's really strong.
No, he was thinking, whatever this is that has me is about to kill me.
It's incredibly strong.
Well, I don't know how snakes interpret strength. But I do know that if a predator grabs it, it goes into fucking freak out mode. So you didn't see the snake trying to take its head and bite your hand? Because
I actually didn't see that. No.
So you literally just threw it and then ran inside.
Well, I think the reason it didn't try to bite me because at this point I had established dominance.
Okay.
So it didn't have a chance.
Okay.
It knew that if it attacked me, I would thwart its attack and then counter.
I don't think animals do that, but
no, they don't. this snake would have kicked my ass.
That's I don't understand people that do milking snakes as a career. They milk snake venom, and that's their fucking
what
job.
What job fair did you go to?
Right?
Jesus Christ, there's other shit out there.
They're in a lab, and their job is to take a snake by its head, make it open its super dangerous mouth and fangs.
Yeah.
In order to specifically make it bite something to inject venom into.
You know, the thing that even kills me even more about that is people who do that even though we already know that is a thing. Like people who try to capture king cobras to be here, their venom is like this. Like, cool. Didn't we already know that?
No, they do it for anti-venom. There's a reason for it. They're not testing.
I thought you meant
No.
Like the Animal Planet people.
No, I mean people that look.
Do you remember that fucker we talked to? Should I hold this if we ever do a Shark Week episode?
No.
Okay, cool. Like that guy, remember that video I showed you of that guy who claimed to be a shark expert? And they were interviewing him in shark-infested waters.
Oh, yeah.
He was knee deep. And they were just surrounded by all these bull sharks. I think it was bull sharks or tiger sharks or one of those. And
bull sharks are fucking dangerous.
Bull sharks are the most. Those are the most shark attacks. They're the most aggressive by far. Bull sharks are the most.
I do remember the video, and they weren't small sharks.
No,
they had to have been
No, I mean they were
sand sharks.
They were no. I don't know what they were.
Okay,
but either way, the guy. And I feel bad because this guy lost part of his leg. But the timing.
Spoiler alert!
But the timing of what he was saying versus what happened was so fucking perfect. It's just it's really hard. You just got to watch the video. But essentially, so the guy is sitting there in the water. There are probably
there's a lot.
Thigh, knee deep, something like that. And the guy is telling the reporter or journalist, whoever, who's asking questions about the sharks, so we're safe here. He goes, oh yeah, we're perfectly safe. These animals are non-aggressive unless they are provoked. We are perfectly safe exactly where we are. Fuck off, if not 8 seconds later, one of those things bit his calf off. And I'm not exaggerating that. It bit his calf off of his leg.
He literally
took it with him. The shark said, "Hey,
thanks.
I don't have a calf at home. I'm taking yours." And it bit his fucking calf off.
That's like you eat a chicken. You're getting chicken wings, and you bite
exactly
into it.
That's exactly what happened.
And you rip the meat off.
And now I'm trying to think of this guy's the dynamic of this guy's thoughts, where he was just like, "Okay, all right, it's biting me. I just said some dumb shit that's about to be disproven. Should I play it cool?" He's like, "Nah." But he couldn't. They carried him out of the water.
Yeah.
Part of his leg is gone, blood fucking spewing everywhere. And he was literally saying, "No, we're perfectly safe. Nothing wrong here. Everything's fine. I'm perfectly safe here. These are not aggressive. I understand. Shit, it's biting me. It's biting me." It bit his calf off.
Do you see that there was last week, I think it was, there was a model from Florida. I'm doing air quotes model.
An Instagram model, not a real model.
Exactly. She's a 22-year-old pretty blonde girl, and
the worst.
She decides. I don't remember where they were, but by the way, there's a lot weird about this story. Her family and her boyfriend's family, they're in their 20s. Like, this is not that serious a relationship, right? But anyhow, they all go on vacation together. And they find this place where there are sunbathing sharks. What are they called? Sunbathers?
I think so.
Something like that. Anyhow. And they're everywhere. Everybody's in there with them. And like their signs are like, "Hey, by the way, they're pretty docile, but they can be dangerous."
But they're sharks.
They are sharks.
Yes.
So she decides now's a great opportunity for an Instagram model photo. And her boyfriend's dad is the one taking bikini photos of this girl.
Okay, so that guy's already...
That's weird to me.
Yeah, it's very weird.
By the way.
It should be, and it is.
But anyhow, unless he's a professional photographer. But anyhow.
He's not, by the way.
She's in there, like, doing that thing where you're just, like, floating on your back.
Yeah.
And one of these things grabs her wrist.
Bites her.
Yeah. And, like, pulls her into the water.
She's okay.
Fine.
Yeah, because, again, these aren't bull sharks. They're... Right. But I think her statement was, in hindsight, maybe it wasn't a good idea. It's a learning experience. Like, well, good. Better late than never to learn something, you fucking dummy.
That isn't a learning experience. There's no way. That's like when you're 2 and you touch a hot stove. That's a learning experience. When you're 22 and you decide...
You don't know to lay in a water full of any kind of shark?
Your natural selection is trying its damnedest to remove you from the population.
Yeah, she's going to get picked off probably pretty quickly here.
It's like that movie Final Destination. Like, that was her moment to die. She somehow didn't.
Yeah. And
she's going to get hit by a bus.
No, it's going to be
a sniper, something.
It definitely won't be anything that extravagant. She's probably going to slip on a whipped cream can, and she's going to fall in traffic or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Fucking animals, man. They're dangerous.
I love them.
Oh yeah,
and you and I, and I think we can probably wrap it up with this in terms of like, because we talked a lot about zoos and animals. I am a huge zoo fan, and also not a huge zoo fan.
Okay,
because I love being able to go see animals.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
It is cool.
It's so cool to be able to see a shark, or to be able to see a bear, or to be able to see a rhino or a hippo or any of that shit. But also, I'm very much of the mind that they shouldn't be, kept up like that.
Yeah, no, I feel the exact same way. Like, how often do you get to go and take photographs or see these animals?
I understand that they shouldn't be locked up, but I'm like, when the fuck else am I ever going to see some of these things?
Yeah.
They're incredible.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, I think that's it. Today, animals 1, humans 0. Or
dude,
like
all those stories,
nothing.
It's like 13-1, mate. Well, actually, if we include all the animal killings, it's 13 for the animals and 292 for the humans. Because of
the snake that ate the woman died. The 298 crocodile. Did I cut you off? Are you going to say 299?
I was going to say 2. I think it was 292. Either way, we killed 292 crocodiles, and there was the snake woman, that was a fatality.
She was just minding her own business gardening. She didn't deserve to go.
There actually may have only been one fatality in everything we talked about for humans, right?
No, the crocodile that ate the guy and then his...
two.
He deserved to go.
Yeah.
Because you can't fucking go mowing the lawn in a crocodile enclosure.
I agree. It's the same thing with, what is it, Sigmund Freud?
By the way, do you ever hear that? Do you ever hear what they think happened there?
With the tiger?
Yeah.
What?
So
yeah, they were playing with a tiger for all these years and he got pissed.
No. They think the tiger was trying to help him because the tiger actually grabbed him and carried him off stage and put him down. Like that tiger didn't like... So here's what they think happened. They were doing their magic show and there was a woman up front who had like apparently some like extravagant like, I don't know, like a feather boa or some stupid hat or something that was like super noticeable. I'm being serious, by the way. And the tiger was like, no, you're not going to fuck with my dude. It went and grabbed that guy by the neck and like by the arm or something like that, drug him off stage and then just set him down and then just laid down like, I got you, bro.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So the tiger wasn't trying to hurt him.
Tigers just don't know how strong their bite is.
They legitimately think that the tiger found a threat in the audience. This could be spin, but they think that that's what happened because he didn't do anything to him backstage. Carried him back, set him down, just laid down, just like purring, licking his paw like cats do.
I love animals.
Fucking awesome. You can't screw with that shit.
No, you can't.
By the way,
you think I want to put a saddle on a grizzly bear and ride it? Of course I do. Do I? No.
This is why Noah's Ark isn't a real thing. There's no fucking way.
I hope there aren't people, even though I know there are, that believe that is true.
There's no way.
That's right up there with, hey, you know what? The Smurfs aren't real.
Wait, you're saying that they are?
No, they're not.
Okay. All right. Okay, well, I think that's it.
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
All right, this has
been
another...
Don't forget to please follow, please subscribe, send us your emails, and more importantly, you may not believe this, if you email us or respond to us or message us, Patrick did it today. We will put stuff online that you guys send to us. We will respond. We will talk about things that you guys ask us to talk about.
And someone in Michigan might hear it.
Dude, we're big in Michigan. We really are. There's somebody in Michigan for some reason who's fucking listening. I don't know.
South Carolina,
too. I love you guys.
Really appreciate it.
Love you guys. South Carolina, Tennessee.
Woo!
Love you guys.
Goodbye.